Hello everyone and welcome to the Air Goddess Network. I am the Air Goddess. Welcome to my channel. I'll be pulling for the week of May 1st to May 7th, 2022. I'll be using my deck, Ciro Marchetti, Tarot of Dreams, and then the energy to tie into the reading will be the Energy Oracle deck by Sandra and Taylor. So let's get started. I hope you all had a great weekend this past weekend, and that everything was lovely, and that you had time to spend with your family and friends, relax, just chill out. And we have our first card already. We have the Six of Coins. Let's get our next card. See what we're working with this week, y'all. And we have the Five of Wands. So this is the Taurus card. This is Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo energy. This is Earth energy. This is when you are feeling prosperous, generous, giving. You're volunteering your time perhaps this week with a project or a group. Maybe it is something that you did over the weekend, or you're planning to do it at next weekend. But either way, this is someone who is able to give and or receive. And you are good with that. It's like either way, you are balancing out what you have. You are able to give. You are able to receive, and you're paying a bit of a karmic debt, as it were. Now that you're able to be in the position to give, you are able to do so. And who doesn't like to be in that position, to be able to give back when you maybe not too recently, or even maybe in the past, not a long time ago, you're now in the position after you've worked so hard and gotten yourself financially stable and able to share, that now you can give and pay it forward, as it were. So this is a good card. So yeah, this is a good energy to have for this week. Giving, receiving, feeling blessed in order to give to others. So that's always good. So then now we have this Five of Wands. This is fire energy. This is Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. And as you can see right here, it says this is Saturn and this is Leo, and this is being responsible, okay? Maybe not taking the spotlight. Sometimes you have to be aware of what you're doing, and you know, if you can stop a fight from occurring, or stop a misunderstanding from occurring, then you can do that to stop the drama, as it were. You see that drama there? That's someone who's recognizing that, you know, if I can stop that from happening, then let me be the bigger person, as it were, and go ahead and handle that so it doesn't become something that's out of hand, out of control, and drama. Lots of drama and theatrics and things like that. So we all know how it is. We all are fighting to be seen or fighting to be heard. And sometimes we have to realize that sometimes you have to take the higher road and not necessarily need to be seen. It's like a quiet strength. You do your job, you do your thing, and you just move on. You don't have to let everybody know what you're doing, you see. Sometimes we run into people when they give, they want people to know that they've done it. And sometimes that's not the best thing, because it can raise embarrassment, cause somebody to be defensive about you helping them or someone helping them. These people could be you. It could be someone around you that wants that wants to be seen because they gave, or you know, wants people to know that someone gave to them. And sometimes that's not the best way to be. Sometimes you just quiet, you do, and you move on. And if anything, you allow other people to you know, pat you on the back. You don't seek it out. You allow the universe to I hate to word, not necessarily expose, but just, you know, allow the universe to let others know that you know how to pay it forward when and if it is something that you can do. You don't necessarily pat yourself on the back and say, well, I did this for that person or anything like that. Or if you're the person in receivership, then you don't necessarily call the person out that gave to you, because sometimes they just want to give and move on. They don't need that recognition. They're just doing it out of the kindness of their heart. And, honestly, when somebody's doing something out of the kindness of their heart, let them do it. You feel grateful about it and you move on. And when it's your turn to give, then you do it. And you do it the same way that they did. Pass it forward, pay it forward, and keep it moving. That's the way you should be. Okay, so let's see what's at the bottom of this deck, okay? And we have the King of Swords. The King of Swords. This is someone who is compassionate, knows how to keep their thinking in check. They're very clear on what they're saying. They're fair, they're just, they're honest, and they want to make sure that everybody's just, the same way. They want to make sure that things are fair and balanced for everyone. So that would make sense. As we see the scales here, right here. You see he's holding the scales, fair and balanced and just giving enough, not too much and not too much one way and not too much the other way. Everybody is getting what they supposed to get as far as good deeds, as they were, or in this case, it's a physical action. Maybe this person, it could be you or someone around you. Maybe this person has done some sort of physicality, maybe helped you move or donated something that you really, really needed, like a printer, or maybe they donated their time where they, helped you with something that really needed to be done. And it's a physical type of thing. It could be money, them helping you move, things like that. So, yeah. This person here is a good person. They really want to make sure that they're paying it forward. And they're also a type of person, their thinking is clear, that they're wanting to make sure that they're clear in their thinking, and that if they're helping someone, that it's fair and it's right, and that that person is truly deserving of that. They want to make sure that everyone is getting what they are supposed to get. So that's always good energy, the right, just, and fair, balanced, grounded energy that we are looking for, because even though this is air, it's grounded energy. It's someone who already knows what it's like, possibly, to go through something and need that extra help. So that's always good. So let's see what our energy oracle has to say about it. Helping others is always good, and you always don't necessarily look for the person that helped you. When you need the help, you look forward to possibly others who are around you that can help you, because if that person that you helped could help you, then they wouldn't have asked you for their help, right? So, just be mindful of when you do things for people, that you're not doing it for the incorrect reason of getting a pat on the back and looking for others to praise you for doing something that honestly you should want to do anyway, because it's only the right thing to do, right? To be able to help others in need when and if you can, with a good heart, with a generous heart, and not expecting things in return. Because if you're expecting them in return, then, maybe you're not in the right frame of mind to be giving in the first place. Always give with a good, clean heart without expectations. That's always the best way. As my dad says to me, or has told me in the past, if someone asks you for some money, give it to them. Don't lend it, give it to them. Just give it. And then therefore, if you just give it with the knowledge that they really needed it, then guess what? When you need something, whatever that something might be, somebody else is going to do you the same way. They're just going to give it to you. They're not going to expect you to pay it back. And to be honest, that happened to me several times in my life, so I can attest to that as well. That there was a time when I needed a car, and this older couple heard my story, and they just gave me $1,000 for me to put down on the car. They didn't know me from the back of their hand. They were very nice. Their name was Mr. and Mrs. Hawk. I'll never forget it. So when it was my turn, when I had a car and that was time for me to, get another car, I was in the position to hand it off, hand that same car that I bought that the Hawks were so generous to make sure that I had a down payment for. When it was time for me to give up my car and get another car, and the car was still in good condition, I was able to give it away, sign it off to someone who really needed it. The car was free and clear by that time, so all I needed to do was sign off on the title, and it was theirs. So that made me feel really, really good. And I did it without a problem, wasn't expecting anything, didn't even know they needed it. And when they needed it, I was like, sure, here, take it. It's in good condition. Take it. So that made me really feel good. So I understand the whole give and take and having a clean mind and heart and really not expecting anything in return. So there have been times since I didn't expect anything in return that when I really needed that energy to come back, it came back in a most magnificent way. So, but let's see what this energy has. And we have attachment. Attachment. So let's find out what this is about attachment, shall we? Put that right there. And here it is. Attachment. Perceived need and the choice to let go. In the upright position, this card reveals that your passage forward is being stopped by strong attachments to old patterns or people from the past. The chain at your wrist is bolted to fear from the past or desperation about the future. Although you may wear the mask of pretense or even contentment, you simply can't seem to go forward. The stuff that's keeping you stuck could be physical addictions, emotional patterns, or even old relationships. Are you living in fear, addicted to old unhealthy habits, or so desperate about the future that you can't be happy now? If so, the chains that bind you could be of your own making. This card is telling you that it's time to take the action you need to break out of your chains and move forward to an open, free, healthy, and authentically happy life. It may take some courage and effort to let go, but know that you are capable of doing it. Until you do, the difficult energy will just repeat itself, keeping you stuck. So, this ties in again, like I said. With this attachment, when you attach yourself to physicalities or mental things or emotional things that used to have happened to you, they're going to keep happening until you realize those were lessons that you needed to learn from. When you have something negative that happens to you, instead of holding on to it and saying, oh my gosh, I wish that never would have happened, and oh, woe is me, why me? Maybe it's because it's something in there that you needed to learn. It could be as simple as learning how to stand up for yourself, or learning how to set boundaries. Because sometimes we all have some issue with boundaries when we're younger, and we regret the things that we did if we would have just had a boundary set or was able to stand up for ourselves, that we wouldn't have stayed there so long. So when you attach yourself or hold on to something, it can be really something that can keep you bolted down and keep you from having more positive life experiences. It could cause drama in your life where you're always on the defensive or looking for validation from other people. It could keep you from being given opportunities that someone, if they meet you and they say, well, I would, but I'm just not sure because I don't know if they want this. And deep down inside, that thing that they could have for you could be something that is positive for you, but they're just not sure because, like I said in the beginning, this is a karmic debt that has been paid. You've paid it, and now you're getting something back, usually something that is owed to you. I hope this resonated with you all. Please let me know down in the comments. I hope to see you next week, and thank you for watching.